So what's going on, y'all? I just got off work and I decided it's time that I give you an update review on my Super73 ZX. So let's get it started. Now, as we all know, I bought the ZX. Well, some of you may know, everybody may not, just depends. I purchased the ZX right around the time frame of when it came out. And when I bought the ZX, I already had the Z1 in the garage. The Z1 was a fun e-bike. It's a smaller e-bike, and I'm kind of a bigger guy, so I wanted something with a little bit more room. I was able to conversate with Miss Ryda and convince her into letting me give her the Z1 so that I could purchase the new ZX, so that way we both can get out and ride and have a little bit of fun. That's what it's all about anyway, right? We're riding bikes, we're on two wheels, we're having a blast. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So are you. You should be doing that too. You probably should be doing that instead of watching this video right now. I was surprised that it came almost fully assembled because I bought my Z1 pre-owned and it was already assembled. You know, I threw it in the back of the truck, brought it home, started riding it around, had fun on it. But when I got the ZX, it was so minimal, the things I had to do to it to get it rolling. I had to put the foot pegs on, I had to put a couple screws in the handlebars and pop the battery on, and it was ready to go. I'm back. But now that I've had the bike a while, I've been putting some serious ride time in on it. I'll go out and ride it typically in the evenings when I get off work, just to, you know, burn off a little bit of that work-related stress when I don't feel like pulling out either the Harley or the Ducati or the mini bike. You know, I got bikes for days. But I found out that this bike has grown on me quite a bit, and I find myself gravitating to it a lot. This is an amazing e-bike. It catches so much attention. The style of the bike, the comfort, it's actually surprisingly comfortable. It has a different type of seat than my Z1 had, so it's a little bit more cushion. It feels comfortable to sit on for extended periods of time. I never find myself being like, oh my God, my butt is so sore on this bike. And even on some of my motorcycles, my butt gets sore after a while. Now, Super 73 has a bunch of options for different people. And that's where a lot of people are gonna get a little bit confused because they're trying to decide, do I get the Z1? Do I get the ZX? Do I get the S1, the S2? Do I get the RX? Which bike is for me? It's basically all about style. When you go through and look at the bikes, a few of them have a little bit more power in them. The S2 as well as the RX is going to have more power, well, a more powerful battery, which is going to give you probably a little bit more torque. The ZX is going to be more powerful than the Z1. Now, when it comes to Super 73's newer models, such as the ZX, the S2, and the RX, they're all going to be kind of comparable. I'd say the biggest difference is the styling and what they come with. They're all going to come with 4 rider modes, Class 1 and Class 2, which are going to get you up to 20 miles per hour. And then you got Class 3, which will get you to 28 miles per hour with pedal assist. And then you got Unlimited mode, which will get you to 28 miles with pedal assist or just laying on the throttle and rolling. And I have gotten that bike up to 28 miles per hour and it is hands down a blast. Like, you'll have so much fun. In most cities, you're not supposed to be riding these e-bikes in Class 3 or Unlimited mode. But what I've noticed is no one pays attention. No one knows how fast I'm going on the e-bike. It's a bicycle. There's no one sitting there clocking you going past. Like, they're just not doing it. You can get out there and have fun. Now, to switch between the different modes, you do have to go into the app and change it to the different classes. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, and Class 4. Typically, I'm not really in Class 4 because Miss Ryder's on the Z1 and hers can only go 20 miles per hour. So I don't want to be going 28 miles per hour and completely losing her. That wouldn't be nice. Now, I look at the ZX as Super 73's bare bones option, besides the Z1, of course. The Z1 is bare bones. But you have the option of doing so many different upgrades to the ZX. And in my opinion, the ZX has the best look and style out of all of them. I get so many compliments when I'm out riding that ZX. They're like, what is that? That bike is sweet. What is it? It's a badass bike. Super 73 is supposed to be coming out with headlights, tail lights, and a bunch of other accessories for the ZX. I believe they're already out in the European markets, but I have yet to see them here in USA, which I'm not sure why, but there's easy ways to upgrade it without having to use their headlights and things like that, such as using plain bicycle lights and tail lights. I have them all over my Z1 and it looks amazing. It looks so good. It just gives it a very unique and different type of look, and it's not drawing power from the battery of my bike, so I can continue to ride longer and longer and longer. Now, I've yet to test out the full amount of range that I can get on this bike, but there's been days where I've ridden it with Miss Ryda and we'd be out riding for 10, 15, 20 miles, and I'd still have battery when I get back. But that may be because a lot of the times I'm using the pedal assist mode to get a little bit of exercise going, so that way I could try to lose some of this belly. Now, I know with the RX, it comes with things like suspension, but do you really need suspension on a bike like this? It kind of depends on what you're doing with the bike. Me, I'm not doing anything too crazy on the bike, and it does have the fat tires. With the fat tires, I'm noticing it's absorbing a lot of those bumps and potholes and dirt and gravel and things that I'm riding through. It's a pretty smooth ride. Now, there are some things you're gonna wanna upgrade on your ZX. One thing I upgraded is my pedals, because the original pedals it comes with are kind of small, but there's so many different options for pedals. If you want a wider pedal, this is the pedal that the bike came with. It's kind of like a standard bicycle pedal. I put some larger aftermarket pedals on there and it made it a lot more comfortable, which I'm going to be doing a video here shortly going over all the upgrades I did to my ZX. Another thing is you may want to get some different grips, because the grips that come with it, they're okay, but they're not the most comfortable thing. They're just not. You could definitely do better by picking up some aftermarket grip. Charge time on the ZX isn't bad at all. What I typically do is if I go out and ride, when I get home in the evening, I just throw it on the charger, and in the morning, boop, unplug it, and it's ready to go. So you don't even notice how long it takes to charge, because I feel like the type of riding I'm doing, which isn't like 8 hours a day of nonstop riding, the type of riding I do, the ZX has plenty of time. Like you just go out, you ride, you have some fun, you come home, you plug it up the next day, you pull it back out and you ride again. Now, one downside I will say that the ZX has is it does not have any fenders. So if there's a day where it was wet previously, or I'm going through mud, or I'm going through dirt, that does get up on you. You will get it on your clothes. I've had a nice little dirt line going down my backpack a few times where it looks like somebody had a hot fudge accident on my back. I'm pretty sure they have, and if they don't have, they're going to come out with aftermarket fenders for the bike. And I know there's some companies who probably are making them already, and I probably should look into that. Another thing that I did not feel like would be as relevant as it is the little display, which tells you how fast you're going, what mode you're in, how much battery life you got left. It even can give you GPS turn-by-turn navigation directions. It doesn't beep or anything, but it shows you on the screen, you turn here, you go that way, go this way. I didn't realize how useful that would be until I started riding with this and using it on an everyday basis versus the Z1 not having those features. So when it comes to the ZX, do I feel like it's worth that $1,995 price tag that Super73 put on it? Yeah, I feel like it's worth it. It's a capable bike and it does what it's supposed to do, make you have fun. Is it worth going up to those next models as far as the S2, which I believe is at $26.95, or the RX, which is at $34.95? That kind of depends on you. Do you like the style of those other two bikes? Or do you have to have the headlight or have to have the suspension? If you could do without the headlight that comes with it, the suspension, and you're not that fond of the look of those models, get the ZX. Do I think I made the right decision with picking up the Super73 ZX? Hell yeah, I did. Matter of fact, I might take it out for a spin right now. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment down below. Do you have a ZX? Are you thinking about getting a ZX? Did this video make you want to get a ZX? I'm about to go ride this thing for a little bit and have some fun.